Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to do a video on my first ever Baggu bag, and that is the mini nylon shoulder bag in the gingham print. I have loved Baggu and their products for quite some time, but I've only ever had their reusable bags. I use the standard size for my groceries all the time, and I have their baby sized bag as well for my lunch bag. And I've gifted it to family and friends and they've also really loved it. So I've always been a fan of Baggu, especially I think their quality is great, and I've always loved the cool designs and the collaborations they've done, but I've never actually purchased a bag. So this is my first one, and yeah, I was actually eyeing the gingham print in a couple Coachtopia pieces, but the price point was a little bit high for me, especially for even like a really kind of neutral print like gingham. So I was looking online for a couple more options and then I ran across Baggu, and so I figured why not, it's a perfect chance. And so yeah, I picked this up from a Canadian website called Well. It's well.ca. I've purchased all of my Baggu pieces from that website actually, in particular, and it's always been fantastic. But they were having a little bit of a sale on their Baggu pieces, so I did end up picking this up for I want to say 10% off or so. And so altogether, it came up to about $50 Canadian for me. And so I thought that was a pretty good deal considering some of the pieces from Coach, like their bags, was definitely much more than $50. So yeah, I've used this a few times since I've gotten it and I've been really enjoying it. So I thought I would do a quick kind of review or overview of the bag like I normally do, and then kind of share what fits in this bag as well. And so yeah, this is the piece right here. It comes in multiple different sizes, but I think this size is the perfect size bag. Is an everyday bag. I think it carries so many different things in it, and it's just really suitable, I'd say, for a lot of different people. I have my cute little peanut keychain from Jellycats. I absolutely love this piece. He's just so cute, but I also love the irony of it. I'm allergic to peanuts, but it's absolutely adorable. So that is that. I'm actually going to take it off as I go over the bag, and I'll share a little bit more about everything else, probably closer to the end. But this is the piece. I'm going to add the dimensions on the screen for your reference, but basically the height measurement, so I think it's about 6 inches, goes from the bottom to kind of the center point right there. And then it's also about 9 inches in the width, and then in terms of the depth, it's about 2.75 inches. And so I'd say that's a really good amount of space. I really love the strap drop though. So this is how I've set it and it's really comfortable for me, but it has all this other adjustment space that you can further extend the strap. It doesn't go long enough to be crossbody, but if you extend it all the way, and it's kind of a little weighted down, I'd say from the very top of the strap to, again, the center point of here, I'd say it's about 13 inch in terms of the strap drop. So I think that would be really accommodating for a lot of different people, but also really convenient if I'm wearing, like, let's say a thicker top or a thick jacket. I could just easily extend that and it would fit really comfortably under my arm. Like I mentioned, this sort of adjustment for me is perfect size for me, and there's still lots of room and it's super easy to just throw over my shoulder and kind of be on my way. So yeah, that is the outside though. There's nothing else to really say about the outside. I just want to make a quick note before I move on. If you hear that, Baggu nylon is a little bit kind of like crinkly, like there's definitely a noise to it, and I just wanted to point that out just because I don't think a lot of people usually talk about that. It didn't really faze me because I have their reusable bags, but at the same time I was kind of surprised because I haven't had a new Baggu product in quite some time, and so I forgot kind of how noisy it kind of is when you first get it. But honestly, with a few uses already, I feel like it's already softening up. And this you can run through the washer like I have with the reusable bags, and now those I'd say are super soft, so like there's no crinkly noise for those anymore. Yeah, just a quick note about that. But yeah, moving on, it does have a nice black zipper pull right here. It's like the thicker kind of like plastic teeth, and then this is metal, but it's super easy, smooth zipper. And then inside, mine is light colored, so it's like a cream color. I think some of their gingham pieces have a black interior. I personally really like the lighter color. I find it's really easy to see everything in my bag. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's kind of hard because the handle gets in the way. But on just one side, there's a full zipper pocket. So that pocket's kind of spans the entirety of one side of the bag, and then on the other side there is nothing. It does actually come with a key clip as well, so you can clip your keys onto this or whatever else you need easy access to, and then it can allow you to easily pull it out and find your things if you have this stuffed. I don't personally really use this, but it's there if you do. But yeah, that is a really quick overview of the bag. Again, lots of space, so I feel like you can fit a lot of things in here. So next I'm going to show you what fits in this bag. Keep in mind this is what I personally bring around with me, which could definitely be different to what you would normally bring with you. I think a lot of different videos that I saw on this bag showed that it could fit a Kindle in it. I don't have a Kindle, but yeah, just I would say keep in mind of the dimensions of the bag if you're trying to figure out if a certain item will fit in it. But regardless, I'm going to actually start with the back zippered pocket. So in there, I'm actually going to stick a little hand cream. This is from Melon & Getz, so that will easily go in there. And then I'm just going to stick in this little Kleenex or tissue pack. And that easily fits in there, no problem. And then I'm just going to zip that closed. And then I have all this space here to put a bunch of things. So I'm just going to start throwing things in. So first off, I have this large kind of catch-all pouch. It has everything from like lip balm to dental floss, a mini mirror, elastics, all those sorts of things. So it has just all of my kind of daily things that I might need to bring with me. And then next I have this compact wallet. This is from Louis Vuitton. This is their Lidlow wallet. So I'm just going to throw that in. Next, I have some keys and like a chunky car fob as well. So I'm just going to throw that in there as well. I have my AirPods. And then I have a little phone charger right here. And then I have my phone. This is a Samsung S22, and this fits without any issues, and there's lots of room to spare as well. So with all that stuff, it still has plenty of room, I would say. And then I'm just going to throw in some sunglasses in just a soft cloth case, and then zipper it up, and everything fits there. And there's still actually a good amount of room, I would say. So if there's any other small things that you might need, you can honestly just throw that in as well. And as you can see, super smooth. It's not stuffed to the max. There's actually still, if I just take that out, a ton of space, I would say, to throw whatever else you might need in there. And yeah, again, that zippers close super easily. But yeah, that's what I meant by it being such a great everyday bag, and I think it would be very accommodating for a lot of different items and a lot of different people as well. Speaking of earlier that I mentioned with my little keychain right here, this again is the little peanut from Jellycat, but I actually picked this up from AliExpress. I will link it down below if you're curious, and I believe it's the 4cm or the 40mm width. And for me, I thought it was just the perfect little clip. It's just one of these kind of like D-ring, like these sort of clips right here. So I just clipped it on, and I felt like it was just really seamless on the strap, and it falls like just above the zipper section, so it doesn't impede the zipper part, so that's really nice. But I feel like it's really seamless. If you don't want to clip anything on it, it just lies there really nicely. But it allows you, if you're into kind of throwing on keychains or anything like that, instead of using the zipper pull right here, I find it's really convenient to then just use that, and then you can clip on whatever you need on there. And yeah, I think it's super cute. Another great thing about that though, let's say if you want to clip anything else, because it does have that opening right here. For example, I'll take like this little pouch. This is from Coach, but it has this little D-ring right here. So if you just clip it on, this allows you to stick kind of anything on your bag. If you kind of want something super easy access, you can throw on like a pouch like this, or I'll just take that off. If you want For example, I have also this little pouch from Longchamp. Again, it has just one of these clips right there, and I can just stick it in, no problem, and then it can kind of just hang on the outside of my bag. But yeah, I hope this was interesting, helpful. If you have any questions, so definitely leave that in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer. Sorry about the lighting throughout this video. It's a cloudy day, so light's kind of coming in and out. But yeah, thank you as always for taking the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it, especially those that subscribe. Thank you so much. But I hope you all have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video.